Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be taking you through 20 common neurological conditions along with targeted exercises you can perform to speed up your recovery and eliminate your pain. Now let's get started. The third neurological condition is cervical myelopathy, which is when there is compression of the spinal cord in the cervical spine, causing neck stiffness and weakness in the arms, along with clumsiness and gait abnormalities. To treat this condition, the Aldoa exercises are terrific when prescribed correctly. Since the C5, C6, and the C6, C7 vertebra are the most commonly compressed regions in the cervical spine, you can try the C5, C6, and the C6, C7 Aldoas. First, let's go over the C5, C6 Aldoa. What we want to do is start by going into flexion of the hips and knees so that the sacrum lifts up off the ground, and we want the sacrum lifted up to the base. So only the S1 should be making contact with the ground. With the ankles, we want to go into dorsiflexion by pointing the toes toward our head, and eversion by pointing the soles of our feet away from our body. Then, the coccyx, we want to be pushing away from our body. We want to maintain retroversion of the pelvis. We want a flat lumbar spine, a flat thoracic spine. We want to go into retropulsion of the cervical spine by tucking the chin in. And then for this one, we want to lift our head one fingertip or roughly 1 centimeter off the ground and look down between our thighs to put the dura mater under tension. With the arms, we want to go into maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum external rotation, and we're going to go into shoulder flexion of 135 degrees or 45 degrees from perpendicular. We're going to push away at that 135-degree angle. And just to recap everything, we've got flexion of the hips until everything but the S1 lifts off the ground, dorsiflexion and eversion of ankles. We're pressing the coccyx away, retroversion of pelvis, flat lumbar, flat thoracic, chin tucked in to get retropulsion of the cervical spine, 1 centimeter or roughly 1 fingertip off the table. Look down between your eyes to put the dura mater under tension, push the crown of your head away from your body, and then maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum external rotation, and press out with the palms at 135 degrees of shoulder flexion. That is how we would perform the C5, C6 Aldoa, and we would maintain that posture for 1 minute. Next, let's go over the C6, C7 Aldoa. We want to start by flexing the hips and knees until the sacrum lifts up off the ground, and we want everything but the base touching. So the S1 should be the only part of the sacrum touching the ground. At the ankles, we want to go into dorsiflexion of the ankles by pointing the toes toward our head, and eversion of the ankles by pointing the soles of our feet away from our body. Then, what we want to do, the coccyx is pushing away from our body. We want to maintain retroversion of the pelvis. We want a flat lumbar spine, a flat thoracic spine. We want retropulsion of the cervical spine by tucking the chin in. We want to lift our head 1 centimeter or roughly 1 fingertip up off the ground. With our eyes, we're looking down between between our thighs to put the dura mater under tension. With the crown of our head, we are pushing away from our body, so everything's moving in opposites. With the hands, we're going to go into maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum external rotation, and we're going to drop the arms below the level of the glenohumeral angle. So we want to go just enough that we're not touching the actual floor. And then, just to recap everything, we've got retropulsion of the pelvis. We want to flex the pelvis, or flex the hips and knees until everything but the S1 lifts up off the ground. Dorsiflexion and eversion of ankles. Flat lumbar, flat thoracic, retropulsion of the cervical spine, 1 centimeter or 1 fingertip off the ground. Coccyx and head are pushing in opposite directions. Our eyes are looking down between our thighs to put the dura mater under tension. We've got maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum external rotation. Lower the arms to below the glenohumeral angle and press away with your hands. We would hold that for a total of 1 minute and then slowly come out of the posture. The fourth neurological condition is Cotta-Aquinas syndrome. That was just a tiny taste of what can be found in my members only section. If you enjoyed it, become a member for only $5 a month to get access to hundreds of member only videos.